諸君、これがアメリカ軍の最新鋭戦術機 F-22 ラプターだ。もっともこれは EMD と呼ばれる先行量産型だ。だが安心したまえ。その実質的な性能は実戦配備されている A 型にも匹敵するという話。アメリカ人はなんと寛容と献身の精神で満ち溢れていることか。冷戦の旧敵である我々に土地と食料を与え、インフラして、諸君が目にしているこの映像一つとっても、そのロドンナまでの献身に満ちている。諜報活動に貴重な時間と人員を費やすずとも。
Okay, so did they throw just so they could get, information on the TSF? If I'm under the right assumption that Eastern European Alliance includes Russia and Russia's not their own standalone thing, I'm not 100% sure.
戦闘で剥離した塗装からは使用されている成分の解析も可能なのだ。
Or is this just like footage from the actual battle that anyone has access to? Which, yeah, it could be a thing. Now, we might even reverse engineer the composition of its stealth coating from paint samples that have peeled off during battle. So, yeah, they must include them in the Eastern European thing. They fought in that. They intentionally threw so that they could get info on it. Because how else would they get paint samples?
世界最強の戦術機、世界最強の軍隊の名に恥じぬあの姿を。素晴らしい戦術機だ。工業製品としては至高の域にある。そして英氏の連度も火の打ちどころがない。党首脳部も軍中央もこのステルスなる技術を切望している。当然我らが同志ロゴフスキー中様だ。だがそのような過当な技術は我がソビエト連邦に必要ない。我々はすでにそれを超えるものを手にしているのだから。だからこそ我々は証明しなければならない。我が党に、そして世界に。
So it wasn't that.
我が祖国の戦術機と英氏が最も優秀な存在であるという事実を。同志ビャーチェノワ少尉、同志シェスチナ少尉、祖国の名において命ずる。今こそアメリカの恩に報い、その目を覚まさせてやるのだ。彼らが最強を誇る世界はこの惑星の半分に過ぎないという事実を知らしめよ。そして全世界にあまねく知らしめよ。我らへの恭順こそが人類の救済なのだと。
Okay.
ブリッジ少尉、どうしてここに？
I heard the liaison conference went over time, so I brought you a little something to read.
これは今日のレポート。提出期限は明日のはずだ。何か緊急を要する問題でも見つかったのか？
No, nothing in particular. It's just that.
ただ。
Pessimist, aren't we? Well, that's partly my fault. I kind of took the machine beyond its limits today. I started to work on it right away because I felt bad for the mechanics, but with me trashing the machine, and I finished the damn thing before I knew it.
それは気に病むことではない。想定の中でもかなり楽な部類だとローウェル軍曹も言っていただろう。
I mean, yeah, but the concerns about overstressing the TSF frame aren't something we can just brush off. Poor mechanics are basically living in the hangar these days, running detailed checks on the machine around the clock.
Now, 状況が確定するまでの所要時間は4分だ。
そうか。
Who am I kidding? Just can't get that sack of shit Leon out of my head. So here's the report. Figured if I bring it to you right away, we could see what needs to be improved early on and wrap it up before the day's over.
それでわざわざここまで。どのくらい待っていたんだ？
About 15 minutes. Oh yeah, is the conference over already?
ああ、会議はすでに終わっている。整備班の動きも気になるのでな。
Before you go back, I have a favor to ask you. Could you spare a minute or two?
私に頼み？
Look at that eyebrow twitch. Yeah, she's mad. Wishing to get the report done makes it seem like I was half-assing it, and it's obvious I'm using the stuff about Vincent and the mechanics as an excuse. A perceptive woman like her has to know something's up. The fact our conversation feels so distant is all the evidence I need. Actually, I was hoping you could help me with something.
何を
I have like a million questions about how to apply tensile strength correctly when I'm using the melee blade. I'm desperate for answers, if possible, while the feel of having one in my hands hasn't faded. Such a brazen request. Yui must be furious at me, but my job as the main test pilot is to complete the TSF, and by God, I'm gonna do it.
それは構わないが私で
I love this goober. Of course, it has to be you.
私じゃなきゃダメ
Please, I need you. Oh, homie, he's up. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's interesting phrasing. Oh, goober. Look at her, shaking with anger. Yeah, bud, she's so pissed, man. Doing everything in her power to hold back, just for the sake of my peace of mind. Seriously, the Japanese, Yui, has some godlike self-control. Nothing but an indulgent, selfish little brat compared to her. Well, of course, you're busy. Sorry about that. Shouldn't have sprung this on you. Nothing I can do. I'll have to ask you some other time. You don't have to push yourself for my sake. Really, it's my fault. I'm not making excuses here, but there's been a lot on my mind.
大丈夫だから
Huh?
私の都合はすごく大丈夫だ教えるぞ私も教えるぞ
Yeah, look at that big smile. Yui. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I promise I'll pay you back. With results. Thank you, Yui. Sorry to rush you on this, but...
待てブリッジス
Damn it,
耐える
Doggle.
気持ちはわかるが貴様ぶっ通しで報告書を書いていたと言ったな
Oh yeah, so you heard that.
私はずっとここにいたがまあいい
I've been standing here this whole
と
time.
にかく貴
How
様
do you two miss
夕
this
食を
big
とって
man
くれ
standing behind you? He's no Teresa. He can't just sneak up on you, really. Come on. No, sir, not yet.
接触は与えられた自由ではない A 氏の責務だ体調管理は基軸任務だったはずだが
You're right, Lieutenant.
今日の模擬戦で貴様はいつも以上に体力を消耗しているまずはやるべきことをやれ
Understood.
申し訳ありませんドール注意
いやこれは A 氏が自覚すべき責任だところで会議が思いのほか長引いてな高村中尉もまだ食事を取られていないブリッジス
Oh,
地下のフードコートに
Doggle with the hookup. He's like, anyway, you both need food. How about you go have dinner together? Like, oh. Why? She's not eating in the officer's mess hall?
今からではもう間に合わんここの地下なら交代勤務要員のために24
How
時間
convenient. But, are you sure she can slum it with the rest of us?
いいから続きはそこでやれ
Jesus Christ, man. He's trying to hook you up. Like, I know in the end his efforts are going to be ultimately worthless because of other reasons, but, be a man. Wait, doesn't that mean the boss hasn't eaten either? Man, we should have all gone together, right? The more the merrier. Oh, Yui, you dense fuck. Poor Yui. She's just way too polite to point out his mistake. Oh, Yui, you dense fuck. It's weird, right? Yeah, of course it's weird.
いやなんというかまるで夏祭りのようだ
I love it, they just have it labeled as Aussie cuisine. Like, can't say Australia, no, too many letters. We're just gonna call it Aussie cuisine. We'll put, Taiwanese, but Australian, nah, too many letters. Summer festivals? Yeah, I can see that. Alright, first order of business is eating, else the boss will have my head. So, what'd you like? Oh, right, silly me. Forgot you don't really come to this place often. In that case, I'll choose for the both of us.
だが
Relax, I'll keep your taste in mind.
私はそんな話まで知っていたのか。
I mean, they clearly had a booth for Japanese cuisine, so I'm pretty sure it'd be easy to fulfill her taste. Come again?
いや覚えていないというわけではないぞ。これは単なる確認だ。そう、あくまでも確認に過ぎない。何分このところの私は非常に情けない話だが、現実の問題として優也の前で失態を晒し続けていることは認めれば一つの可能性としてうろたえた挙句、無意識的に自分語りをしている可能性は否定できない。そう、無意識的に。
I love this goober so much.
なんだその目は。私だって好きで失態を晒しているわけではない。誰のせいだと。いや、なんでもない。とにかく仕方ないではないか。私は今何か言っていたか。
No? Are you sure you're okay? Ah, man, I knew it. You don't like me picking your food, right?
それは問題ない。それより私は貴様に味の好みまで話をしていたのか。
Hey, are you serious now? You fed me your nikujaga.
そうか、そうだったな。そうだった。
Goober. You're okay with something that doesn't have soy sauce, right? Food here is pretty different from what Japanese people usually like to eat. Options are a little on the limited side. What do you mean on the limited side? Do you not see the fucking numerous booths around you? Fuck you mean limited? Even if every booth only sold like one item, Jesus, look at all the options. Sit down, I'll be back in a second.
日本人が美味しいと思うメニューがわかる。その言葉の意味に気づいているのか。やはり優也は大きく変わった。教えてあげるわ。優也を理解できるのはね、あいつと同じ二つの祖国の狭間に生きる者だけよ。二つの祖国。確かに私たちは住む世界が違う。あんた優也のために家捨てられんの？優也のために日本を捨てる覚悟ある？それと同じよ。そこがわからないってことがあんたと優也が分かり合えない証拠なのよ。任務も責任も大事。でもあなたの思いも大切。そう思いたいが結論なんて今は出るはずもない。計画の完遂が先だ。いかん、つい目で追ってしまう。
Sorry for the wait.
いや、
So, Japanese long blades have a grip that curves forward to allow the blade to hit the opponent quicker, even if it's only by a little.
ああ、そうだが。
I've been doing some research, and I think the Jigen-Ryu school of swordsmanship is based on similar principles. Your swing must reach the enemy first, even if only by a hair's breadth, that kind of thing. The idea is the same, right? To take out the other guy with the first strike. I said the idea behind the Japanese long blades seems to be the same as in the Jigen-Ryu school of swordsmanship. Sorry, maybe I should have explained that part first?
あ、いや、そんなことはない。次元流は知っている。すまない。続けてくれ。
Sure, so anyway, that school's swords use a handguard, called a tsuba, to help with balance. I think that's a similar idea to how Japanese long blades have a weighted end. Hello? Are you listening?
ああ、聞いているとも。
Okay. Anyway, before we continue, I have to come clean with you. Until today, I've had serious doubts about how Japanese long blades are built.
なぜ今まで黙っていた？それを言うのもテストパイロットの責務だろう。
I wrote thousands of words about how flawed the blade is when you had me writing that Fubuki, remember? But you told me to forget about it since it's part of TSF's basic equipment load.
なるほど。そうだった。
Right. And it's a good thing you did, because man, have I been stupid or what? It's not flawed at all.
どういうことだ？
I only figured this out after crossing swords with the Chinese-style long blade, but the Japanese long blade's counterattacks are ridiculously fast. I mean, take a look at these numbers. That's the shoulder mass to power output of the Shiranui 2nd and the Jian 10. Hate to give my stalker praise, but that Baofeng woman is a real pro at using the TSF's tensile strength to her advantage, so the fight easily could have gone the other way. Now look at these logs. And there it is. These figures are not telling you how powerful the long blade's sword attack is, it's telling you how fast its slashes are. The Chinese-style long blade is top-heavy to increase its attack power, but as you see, it's not the TSF that's swinging the sword, it's the sword that's taking the arms and fuselage for a ride, and in using automatic control to account for this creates a bit of a gap. Yeah, this is some terrible coffee. Whatever, moving on. What I'm driving at is the Japanese-style long blade distributes its weight accordingly to convert the fuselage itself from the tip of its toes to the point of the sword into one single weapon. Am I right or what?
よくぞそこまで。
If only. I was missing the forest for the trees all along, man. Looking at how the weight is distributed across the blade, one would think it wastes a lot of centrifugal force, but that's only if you look at it wrong, because it's supposed to work as a set with your TSF. And thanks to this, it's easy to swing around with just an arm. Plus, the blade's striking capabilities are only second to the Chinese-style long blade. Whoever designed this damn thing is a freaking genius. I swear I could kiss the guy. Ugh.
そうか。
Huh? She's more impressed than I thought she'd be. Well, works for me. Means I was on the right track all along. Don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying Colonel Hartwick deserves praise or anything, but at the very least, I could only figure this out thanks to Blue Flag, and in my eyes, that alone makes the whole thing worth it.
そうだな。
But truth be told, that's not really what I wanted to discuss with you.
聞こう。
First, I'm sorry to beat around the bush like this. I had to get the blade stuff out of the way first so you could understand just how serious I am.
そこまでせずとも、私は貴様を信じている。
No, I couldn't count on that. After all the attitude I've been giving you, though I hope we can put that behind us.
そんなことはない。正直な話、感服して声も出せなかった。本当に恐れ入った。あのわずかな経験で、よくぞそこまで日本機の設計思想を読み取れるものだと。
You're exaggerating. Here's your tea. Careful, it's hot.
ありがとう。
So, could you teach me Japanese-style swordsmanship? Please.
私の返答はもう決まっている。だが、それを伝える前に理由を聞こう。
Japanese surface pilots receive basic training in swordsmanship, right? When the Shiranui II officially becomes the Empire's mainland TSF, they will be the ones behind the sticks. So it's simple. To build the Shiranui II into the best TSF it can be, I need to master the art of Japanese-style swordsmanship, much like Imperial surface pilots do.
なるほど。
As you know, the sharpness of the TSF's movements mainly depends on statistical thought control and how it picks up on and executes preliminary motions, which brings me to another thing I learned during today's dogfight. I'm not skilled enough at putting the carbonic actuator's concentrated tension strength to practical use, at least not to the point where I could wring out the full potential of the Shiranui II.
何？
I have zero experience with Japanese-style swordsmanship. That's why I can't bring out 100% of the TSF's potential. Look, I know it's not my place as your subordinate to ask my superior for a favor, but I'm the main test pilot, damn it. I can't hold back when there's a real risk the TSF we've spent so much blood, sweat, and tears on won't reach its full potential.
ブリッジス。
You know what I'm talking about. You're a surface pilot, too. Your body's movement patterns have a direct, huge influence on statistical thought control. Man's getting heated. Please, Yui. I need the brainwaves and muscle response of someone who's mastered Japanese-style swordsmanship. It has to become second nature to me.
貴様、どうしてそこまで？
I don't want to send other surface pilots into battle riding on some half-assed machine.
ブリッジス。貴様、わかった。貴様に剣術を指南しよう。
You really mean it? Hell yeah! You're the best, Yui.
慌てるな。それは今すぐという話ではない。教えるのはブルーフラッグ演習が終わった後だ。
What? But I need it for blue fl-
たった一戦でも十分意味があったんだろう。であれば今後も意味のある結果を得ることができるはずだ。それに剣術は始めたからといってすぐに得得できるようなものではない。あれだけ詳しく調べたんだ。貴様も分かっているんだろう。
Well, I guess you got me there.
どのみち演習期間内に間に合わないのであれば、白縫新潟も貴様も調子が上がっている今、無理に始める意味はない。ブルーフラッグ演習に集中すべきだ。
Can't argue with that. As long as you teach me in the end, what you say goes.
そうか。
Hey, Yui?
ああ。
I'm thrilled she took the time to hear me out, but it's clear something is weighing heavily on her mind. It's not just that I'm imposing on her. Well, she's the lead developer. Must be stressed out to hell and back. Are you feeling down or something? You haven't even touched your food.
いや、そんなことはないぞ。ほら、こうやって、
Shit, are you okay? I told you to be careful with the tea. Let me see that. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
すまない。私もそんなつもりでは。本当にすまなく。
Relax, it's no big deal. That was partially my fault anyway.
そんなことはない。ひどいことを言った。
Again, don't sweat it. You can say I'm used to these kind of comments. Looks like I've been more at ease around you lately. I mean, the two of us, we've gone through a lot. From heated shouting matches to almost dying together. It's like the suspension bridge effect or something. That shit builds a bond, so I feel like you're one of my war buddies. Hell yeah. But in the course of my research, I discovered the typical Japanese noblewoman is supposed to be as modest as you. Funny how that completely slipped my mind. Maybe I've been getting a bit too familiar. Don't get all depressed on me. It was my fault. You have nothing to feel sorry about. Anyway, how should I say this? I just don't learn. I keep tripping over the same stone over and over again.
インペリアル・ロイヤル・ガードの高村唯中尉。どこぞの名家か知らないけど、あんたじゃ絶対に理解できない世界で、あんたみたいな名家のお姫様に理解できるかしら。存在するだけで疎まれる者が生きる世界を。
Hello, Mr. Yui.
私は貴様がユーヤ・ブリッジスという人間がどのような境遇でどのように生きてきたのか。人を守れるのは、人の思いを守れるのは、その思いの大切さを知っている。だから
No what?
私はユーヤのことを理解したい。そうすればユーヤはもっと楽になれるのではないか。
Dude, I had no idea. Not sure what to say. It was my fault, but here you are, trying your hardest to understand my side of the story.
使いすぎるぐらいでちょうどいいだろう。今まで使わなさすぎた。
Well, I can't say I was any better, honestly.
気は互いに使い合うものだ。日本ではな。
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
それも調べたのか？
Nah, my late mom told me. So that's a virtue of the Japanese.
そうか。母様が。
Yui, your nikujaga. Tasted just like my mom's.
そうか。ユーヤの母様も肉じゃがを。アメリカ人なの。はあ？ユーヤ発見。
Oh, bitch, we were having a moment. Come on.
ちょうど会いたいって思ってた
Yep,
とこだ。
there's the bell.
これって運命じゃない。
Fuck. No, you're having a moment, bitch.
そう思うでしょ？ね、ユーヤ。